Hello everyone, this is Miss Briscoe here. In this video, you are going to be learning about myOn. Now myOn is a great resource. It's like an online library, and it also is an app on your iPad, so you can use it either through your browser or through your iPad. I would say to start off with, I would log on to your computer for your first login, and then you could use that to do these first things that you're going to need to do. And then anytime that you're reading books, your iPad might be a little bit more comfortable because you can get in a really comfortable position and hold that iPad easier than you would a computer. So what you're going to do for myOn is you're going to go to myOn.com. It will bring you to this login page. Well, you're going to want to put in your school name. You already have an account for myOn and you don't have to set one up. So your school name is, you're going to type in Pasco, and it might bring up a little drop-down menu. And your school is going to be Pasco County eSchool. The next thing that you're going to want to type in is your username. Now your username is going to be your student ID. And your password will be the word Pasco. So you'll go ahead and you'll type in a student ID and you'll type in the word Pasco. That will be your username and your password. So let me go ahead and get logged in under our practice student so that I can show you what your myOn will look like. So I'm going to go ahead and sign on. So when you sign on to myOn, the first screen that you're going to come to is going to look like this, because this will be your first time logging into myOn. Now if you have already logged into myOn, you have already done this step and you can skip it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take an interest survey. This is going to give some information about what types of things are you interested in. Science, language arts, social studies, math, fun, animals. So what types of things do you like to read about? And you have 5 little faces here. This little sad face saying, no, I really don't like it that much, all the way up to a really happy face. I really, really, really like it. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to fall down and you're going to click through all of these, and then you're going to submit it at the end. The next screen that you are going to come to is going to be some questions, and it's going to ask you to answer a series of questions. And what that'll do when you submit it, up here will be your home screen, and it'll give you a current lexile. That's going to be how we're going to gauge what types of books are going to fit you the best. So after you get that, this is what your home screen is going to look like. myOn Library Projects up at the top. It'll say your name up here. And it's going to have your little guy on a motorcycle that's going to show how many minutes you read each week and what your goal is, or each day, and what your goal is. So as you can see, there hasn't been any time spent reading this week for this student. But if you notice down here at the bottom, it gives you some recommended books. So what you can do is you can read these recommended books. There's some really great books, so let's go ahead and try one. So Joey's First Day. It's going to give me a little bit of information about Joey's first day, a little description. Joey is nervous about his first day of school, but by the second day, he is just excited. Now, as you can see, this isn't a 5th grade level book, but this will do for me to show you how it works. So it gives you a little description. You can see some reviews on, how well people liked the book down here. 5 would be 5 stars. Yellow would mean they really liked the book. If you only had 1 or 2, it wasn't a great book for them. But that doesn't mean it's not going to be a great book for you. So you can either say add it to my list, like I don't necessarily want to read it now, but I might want to read it in the future. Or you can say, well, let me go ahead and read it now. And if you notice, this explains that Joey's First Day, this is a series of books, and it can even click down here and see, well, let's see more of these books in the series. So let's go ahead and let's read. Now I'm not going to read the book today, I'm just going to go through it to kind of show you what it looks like. So you're going to come to, it's going to show you the cover of the book, and you can start the book. And it says Joey's First Day, and some of these books for the younger students are going to read them to you. If you notice down here, it has word highlighting and highlighting the sentence. You can choose whether or not you want it to highlight for you. And you can choose whether or not you want the book to read it to you or not with these down here. You can even make the book to a bigger screen and sink it back down to a smaller screen. So what you'll do is you'll have your books in here, and you'll just click the arrow to the right to go forward with your book. You can click the arrow to the back to go back. So Joey's first day, and you'll see it's his first day of school and he's scared, and you'll just read through your book. Now your books won't look like this because again this isn't a 5th grade level book, but you'll flip through, you'll go through the book, and you'll see that you can easily flip from page to page. And then you'll get all the way down to the end, and they'll let you know you're at the end of the book, and you can click end. After you're done with the book, you can go ahead and write a review for the book. Okay? You can write a review and you can say, this was a great book. I learned so much about Joey and his first day of school. So you can write a little review in there if you'd like about the book and explain, why did you give it 5 stars? Save your review. After you do that, you're going to come to a little quiz. Now this book has 5 questions, and it's going to ask you different questions about the book to see how well you read it. Now these questions and these quizzes, I will be able to see your score on them. So you want to always try your best. Okay? So they have some questions here for you, which means quiet around people you do not know. So you'll answer the questions. If you get it correct, it'll give you a green sign showing that is the correct answer. If you get it wrong, it's going to show you red. It's going to say, well, no, that's not the correct answer. This is the correct answer. So you'll go through and you will answer the questions about Joey. And then at the very bottom, it's going to say, or very top, it's going to say book quiz completed. You got 3 correct. So 3 out of 5 correct, which isn't too great. I would like to see, 4 or 5 out of 5 correct, but we were just practicing, so that's okay. So what it'll show you is it shows, oh, I took 1 minute to read that book. It shows me how long it takes you to read and how long you actually read in myOn. So we'll be able to see how long it took you to read books or how long you were reading them. And if you see my little motorcycle guy moved a little bit towards his goal of 20 minutes. Now it's going to show me how many books I have finished and taken a quiz for. So far, our Pasco East School test student has read 2 books and finished 2 quizzes. And it also shows how many pages I've read. And if you notice, that book is no longer down here, and I have some more books down here. Now, another great resource on here is the library. Now, the library is where you are going to go to find books. You have recommended books. Those are books that are going to be on your level that you can read. There's top picks. There's new books that were released, popular books in your grade level, seasons and weather. So they have different categories for books that are recommended for you. Now, if you would like to browse books, so say you're researching, and you're researching an animal, and you have to do a research project on dinosaurs. Here's a whole section in our library of books about dinosaurs. You can click on it. It'll give you information about dinosaurs. You can add it to your list and keep looking for more books about dinosaurs. You can even search for a certain title. So let's say Harry Potter. Let's see if they have any Harry Potter books. It's saying that there's 4 books for Harry Potter. Now these aren't Harry Potter books, but they have some of the words, Beatrix Potter, some magic books that might go along with Harry Potter books. They might not have all the books that you want, but there's quite a few in there. So that's some ways that you can search for books. And then there might be some projects that I might assign you. I might say, here's a project that I would like you to complete, and that will be listed here, and you'll also get notification of that on Canvas. And if I go into this little tab over here where your name will be, it won't say Pasco eSchool test student, it'll actually have your name. This is where it'll show all of your information. So it'll show your Lexile. You can click on that, what is my current Lexile, and your Lexile will go up as you take those quizzes and you get good grades on them and the more that you read. Interests has your interest survey. If maybe you think, well, I'm actually really interested in science books, you can change that because our interest changes over time. It'll show your activity, so it's going to show you how you did on quizzes. It's going to show you when you last opened them, accessed them, all of that information. Then you're also going to have your journal where you can keep track of stuff, portfolio, and then your avatar. That's this little picture up in the right hand corner. Right now it's a ladybug, but if I wanted to change it to my tiger, I could change my avatar. They even have different boys, girls pictures, so all kinds of stuff like that. So that's a little bit about myOn for you. So what I want you to do is I want you to log on to your myOn. I would like for you to take the interest-based survey and the Lexile assessment. And when you get done, I want you to take a screenshot of that to prove that you have been on myOn. This is what your screenshot should look like, something that gives me your Lexile and shows that you logged on. Take a screenshot that and submit it in the assignment below. All right, guys, have fun on myOn and let me know if you have any questions.